Okay, fine. Okay, thank you very much. So I'll start straight away sharing my screen. I am extremely grateful to HitCon for giving me this opportunity to be here, and we are doing this conference along with our Computer and Medical Informatics chapter of IAP, and I am currently the chairperson of the Audible. Okay, so I am currently the chairperson of the Computer and Medical Informatics chapter of IAP. Okay, and my topic today is ebooks for all, and basically this was a topic. This was a slogan that was started by the American Library Association, which where they actually had some problems when they fought against the various publishers, particularly Macmillan, when they tried to restrict ebooks for libraries for a person, and they said one ebook per person. So ebooks for all, what are the why use ebooks, what are the advantages of ebooks? So they are environmental friendly, they are widely accessible, so I think of an ebook, I can get them immediately. You can have the content, so librarians can easily measure how often a book is being accessed by the library users, and you can also get these ebooks down. You can have a variety of ebooks available. They definitely take up a lot of less space, and they are very interactive. So supposing if I want to know the meaning of a particular word or a particular phrase, or want to know how to pronounce that, so all that can be done easily with a click of a finger. So I will not go into details, but this all changed with the introduction of tablets. Before that, there was huge computers, and then the mobile computer came into being. And then in 2010, iPad launched by Steve Jobs changed the whole scenario. And now you have a variety of tablets. You have the portable PC, you have the tablet PCs, and you had the stylus driven ones, and now you have the finger driven post PC tablets that you can use. So you have the benefit is they have the flash memory, they can boot very easily, they have a longer battery life, they weigh less, and you have these they have these app stores which are basically walled gardens where nobody, like if you're not a authorized person, you cannot develop a software and load it into these, unlike what we have in our desktops. So if you compare these laptops and desktops, actually these tablets, they have a higher price, they have a slower input speed, and a video capabilities are a bit weaker, but again the ease of use and longer battery life. So if you think of dedicated ebook readers, we'll come to them. These tablets have made them much more easier to use because they are similar to ebooks, to dedicated ebook readers. Now, as I was enumerating, the advantages are portability, the size of the print, and what we see is dyslexic children, they find it easier to read on an ebook than they find it, because the words sort of merge into the other words less, rather than what happens on the page and paper. And again, audio, you can have, like, you can have the text to speech dictionary, you can open immediately, you can bookmark and take notes, you can have access instantly to various books. The cost of ebooks are usually less than the cost of the physical books. You can have chapter downloads. So if you think of a book, you don't want to buy the book immediately, you can have chapters, sample chapters, which you download, and then you will go through them and you see whether you would like to buy the book or you don't want to buy the book. And you can have access to thousands of free ebooks on the net. But what are the disadvantages? One is, if you are using it on one device, so I'm using it one ebook on a device, ebook reader, I cannot switch to another device. I have to use it on that device. If I have bought an ebook, I have bought a physical book, I can lend it to a friend. But I have bought an ebook, I can't lend it to a friend. So is that book mine? I have bought it, or is it like, have I lent it from a library? So there are issues of digital rights management where unauthorized spreading is monitored and you cannot do it. There are no uniform platforms, so it is all fixed platforms. page numbers are, there, it doesn't match with the physical book. It is not as usable as print, so sometimes people, like, they want to write immediately. So again, as Dr. Pandya was saying, we need to get over that mindset, because a lot more people are using it in the Western countries that what we are using in our country. There can be technical glitches. So supposing if we are using an ebook, and suddenly the thing might stop working, so that is one problem we can have. And high temperatures or falls can damage them. The first ebook project Gutenberg was started by Michael Hart in way back in 1970s. And after that, there have been a large number of ebooks that have come into the market, and it has gradually gained momentum. 2007, Amazon launched the Kindle. So Kindle was a game changer, and since then the Kindle has changed from various forms. There was this Barnes and Noble Nook. So Nook is something like this, and you have it's basically a acronym for book. So you have this Nook that was there, and then Apple came with their iPad and iBooks, and Amazon also, now they have the Amazon Kindle Fire. So this is the Amazon Kindle Fire that they have. So there you can have various types of ebook readers. The market share of ebooks is around $5 to $5 billion to $7 billion, which is still less than the paperback books, but still it is catching up, particularly in the Western world. So it's not very low compared to the paperback and the hardcover books. Audiobooks is the craze, newer craze, so that is also picking up. So it's around 600 million to $1 billion, and the audiobook sales is on the rise. And younger generation tend to read more of ebooks rather than the physical books nowadays. Amazon now is like is the market leader. So around 81% is by Amazon, and the rest are by the others. So as I said, it started off from an online bookstore in the garage of Jeff Bezos in 1995 at Bellevue, Washington, and since then Amazon has become the market leader in ebooks, and it's controlling more than 50%, and now it's around 80% of sales. Apple also started off very well, and it did pick up, but then they had a long legal battle, and sort of they've lost out on Steam, and it just is an app in the iPad, and it's not as pretty to read. The others, as we said, the Nook, there are some old customer loyalty is there, particularly in the United States, but in other parts of the world, it's not that much used. So basically, now you have either Apple iPad, or you have the Kindle that are used. There are various formats that we need to know. So when we sort of download a book from the net, we need to know that Kindle can read basically the AZW and the Mobi. These are the two. The PDF and all that is not very good to read on the Kindle. So the AZW format and the Mobi format are the ones that can be read very easily on the Kindle. iBook is the EPUB. So EPUB is read easy, well on the iBook, as well as the PDF also can be read on the iBook. So AZW and Mobi for the Kindle, and iBook is for the reads the EPUB. Now, if you compare the two, see what Kindle uses is an e-ink technology. So our eyes are tuned for light to fall on the paper and not for the light to come from behind the paper. So that is what happens when you compare the two. So if you compare an iPad with a Kindle, you will see that in one the light is coming from behind the paper, and that is actually shining. But as Kindle uses the e-ink technology, the light falls on it, and so it's also very much easier to read. The another benefit of Kindle is wherever you are in the world, you have a free 3G and Edge. So you can just, if you want, you can download any book, and you can get it WhisperNet over the net anywhere. And you also have the text to speech. Tablets were big, so it was difficult for a person to use and to carry them. But now you have the foldable ones that you can actually fold and keep in your pocket. And definitely the battery life of a dedicated ebook reader is much longer than a battery life of the tablets. Now let us come to where you will get these ebooks. So you can get the free ebooks. A large number of them is always there in Google, but definitely, and Gutenberg is also there. So Gutenberg is the first, and Gutenberg has got a large number of ebooks that are available. But Gutenberg is mainly dealing with the classics. So various classic books are available on Gutenberg, but my personal favorite is Z Library. So Zlib is one of the best places where you can get a large number of ebooks which are free. The only problem is they have a daily limit if you take the free the membership. But if you upgrade and if you pay, you can have unlimited downloads. But I think this much of daily limit is good enough for us. So you can download storybooks, you can download textbooks. So there's a huge library, the Z library. This is a very interesting site where you can see what are the most recommended books and by a person. So you go to this most recommended books.com, you can see who all have recommended what books, and you want to see what Barack Obama has recommended, what he's reading recently, and you can go and that is a way you can think. Open Library is another place where you can get a large number of free ebooks that are available. You can download, you can read them on the net. This is a very interesting site where Rabbit Hole, where what he has done is he has read books. So, for example, he has read Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, and he has taken made a summary. So, if you don't have time to read the entire book, you can read the summary and you will know what exactly is there in the book. So, short summaries of the books are there. You have read a book. So, you've supposing you have read Satanic Verses by Salman Rushdie, you can go to Read Next, click in Satanic Verses by Salman Rushdie, and they'll give you a list of similar books from their database, what real readers have thought that it's similar to. So you can think of what book I'm going to read next. This is mainly for students. Spark Notes, which is like class notes and all that, and various texts to read. And again, Goodreads is where you have your friends and you will know what your friends are reading, and you can also decide on what you want to read next. This PDF books world is only for PDFs. PDF is not really great for reading storybooks. Storybooks would still recommend AZW and EPUB. However, PDFs are good for medical books and where you can actually write and annotate and uh, do these. And again, which book? So it depends. If you want to say that my mood is great, I am feeling elated, or from where you are. So all these they will guide you. So if, depending on your mood, emotion, from where you are, or what character or plot you want to say is read now, and they'll give you options that these are the books that you can read. No discussion on ebooks will be complete without talking about Caliber. So Caliber is a software which can be downloaded free from the internet, and you can take any book of any format. So supposing you've downloaded an EPUB and you want to read it on your Kindle, so you can convert it from EPUB to Kindle to AZW, and you can send it to your Kindle. And finally, Audible is the market leader at present of promoted by Amazon. Audiobooks are great because you are doing some work, you are driving, you may be working somewhere, and you go on listening to storybooks read out by a person. So it's very nice, and you can have people genuine, maybe Barack Obama reading out a book, or even Amitabh Bachchan reading out a book. So it's extremely good. And LibriVox is a free public domain of audiobooks. So if somebody wants to have a free collection of audiobooks, so this is the place to go to, where you get a list of free public domain ebooks. So maybe at some point of time, 10 to 20 years down the road, a child will look at her mother and say that, Mom, did people really used to cut down trees, drag them through the forest, put them on gas burning trucks, drive them through a paper mill, use energy to convert them into paper, then pollute the nearby river, then truck the paper into a printing press, then truck the books to a warehouse and fly the books to a plane on a plane for a 2-day delivery. My God. And the mom will say yes with some nostalgia in her voice. And the child will say, why didn't they just keep the digital books on servers and deliver them wirelessly to your mobiles? And I would leave you with this food for thought that which way should we proceed? Should we still continue stacking books and polluting our environment, or should we shift to wireless ebooks? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Pavel Chatterjee.